everybody, welcome back to another episode of Infinity Evolved Expert Mode. My name is Brink, we're on the FTOG server, and as the sun is heading down, and then straight back up again, we're going to get started with our next craft. And we're going to need a lot of items, so let's take a look at what I have in mind. By the way, can I build another quantum? Just want to make sure if we have enough iridium. We do, so I'll just send another one to start. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and take a quick look at how many quantums we have so far. Now, some of you may not have seen my roof. I don't remember if I put it in an episode, but I do like this sort of pitch tar roof style. And so I've added all around, and I think that'll be our top layer. I don't think I'll go any higher on this building. Let's change this view. Alright, so it's looking really nice. I do like the style of the building. It did turn out the way I wanted. Really nice. Now, we have a chimney here, sort of a smokestack, but it has our solars. And these will be the style that's going to be kept in here. But I've added some more solars to the same line, just to give it more power. The mass fab that it's feeding down below here. And it's actually sped it up a bit. I wanted to make some more if I could, but this is enough. As a matter of fact, it's not enough. This and a few of these will be needed for our craft for today. And as the title says, we're going to start the creative energy cell. So we're going to borrow some of these, but I'm going to leave them here and leave this for last in the setting up of the recipe, because I want this to continue working as much as possible and continue making those iridium, which is helping a lot. So let's make our way back here. Oh, I also added an ME system for the dimlet research, and it's loaded with all of our dimlets here. You can see all the dimlets were removed from my normal ME system, and I've added it to a separate controller here under a blue color, which is nice. This one's red. Oh, I just realized something. You know what I should do is coordinate the colors on the ME system and put them on all four sides if possible. I'm sure I can find some things to make separate ME networks for. At any rate, we're going to get started with the creative energy cell. And just to run down a couple of things and not do everything on camera, I'll just pull you away, but I do need a lot of this Galgadorian. It does turn out that I need, I believe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 28 total for one creative energy cell, and we need 4 of them. So 28 times 4, 56, 112. So let's see if we have enough Galgadorian to do this. 112. Looks like we're missing just magma creams. We need about 8,000 magma cream more. So I'm going to run the farm for that. And with the pressures of recording, I don't remember if I mentioned it's not creative energy cells that I'm building. It's actually the creative tank, the creative portable tank. Let's take a look here. We'll need 4 of these creative energy cells, which in itself is a real nightmare to build. But the bedrockium drum shouldn't be too difficult since I have loads of bedrockium. I also have this ender tank to build, which is a lot of these machine frames. That's going to take me a long time, especially this is the high tier that makes the lasers work super slow. I mean, it's working right now. I wonder what it's crafting, as a matter of fact. What did I set to craft? Oh, the quantums, okay. So it's making redstone chipsets, I guess. Alright, so that's working. And so the Galgador needs 8,000... I think it was 8,000 magma cream. Yeah, 8,000. Everything else we have. That's cool. And so let's take a look at the rest of what we need to build for the creative energy cells. Whatever it is 4 times of it we need. We need the RTGs and the Lumion blocks. These are auto-craftable with ingots that I definitely do have. Let's see, for the... It's 3, 6, 7, 8 of the RTGs. So let's see. Let's see, 8, 24. I'm going to need a few more RTGs, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, so let me get some of this stuff together. And I guess we'll start with the creative energy cells first. I need to wait for those magma creams before I can build even one of them. And then we'll get that started. We'll use a dire crafting table to set everything in place. And I'll slowly start filling everything up. Well, to pass the time a little bit, I've crafted a couple more quantum solars. We'll take a look at it in a second. That one's crafting still. I took a look at further research into getting into this. You see the glow, the purple glow? I've been told that researching these particular ones are a little bit dangerous, but they give you the forbidden knowledge that will open up the tab for Eldritch, and I don't have it. And I'm trying to open it up because that tab has an ingredient or a recipe or the ability, gives the person an ability to craft void ingots out of void seeds. And I need that. So here's another one that we can craft. Niter, knowledge fragments, some order shards, and some entropy shards with a flint as the central piece will produce this sinister lodestone that will help you find sinister nodes a little bit easier. We'll need some alienus, aurum, sensus, and tenebrae. It's a moderate recipe, so it has a chance of some instability, but again, I have these things on the top and a couple of other things underneath the floor. I've been told many times, by the way, to put these under the ground, but I prefer them up here because they're decorative. If I didn't have them up here, it would be plain and simple. So I like this. I know some of you don't like it, but hey, I like it. Anyway, let's grab our wand and see if we can activate this. And you'll see that I took the time out while I was waiting for the magma cream to produce to create these essences. And there's a website that'll tell you, if you just Google it or search for how to make, and then you put the word in, like senses, how to make ordo or how to make alienus. And then it'll give you a website, the top search every time, of all the list of things that you can use to get these things. For example, for senses, which is back here somewhere, glowstone blocks, and I think it was Eye of Embers. We're good for it, and I think we're done here. Let's grab this. Oh, I need to get rid of the wand. There we go. Okay, let's put the wand back. We'll put this lodestone here. I don't need it. Just want to see if I opened up my Eldritch tab. It looks like I'm getting more and more tabs. I don't remember these, but yeah, not the ones that I wanted though. I don't remember this background. At any rate, it was probably there. I just didn't notice it. I'm really just only looking for Eldritch. As you guys can tell, I don't like magic too much. Me and magic don't get along too well. So let's take a look at the quantum, if it's done. It is. And let's break away over to the mass fab. Well, you know what? Let's just zip through there instead. It's probably a little bit faster than to spawn inside and then have to fly outside. As you can see, I've added a couple more quantum solars. So that'll help us produce more iridium. That's awesome. And now we'll get back to the base. Okay, now here's the point. I made the magma creams, so we should have enough to make all the Galagadorians that we need. 112, I believe it is. Yeah, we do have enough. And so that's crafting. It's got to convert a few things. Got to mix up a few things to make the fermented spider eye, which is blaze and mushrooms and sugar and all that. It's got to cook a number of things as well to make these things. Yeah, it's a long time before we'll see these. Now let's see what else do we need that maybe we can occupy our time with. I made the lumium blocks. Oh, the resonant cells full I did make. And we have 64 of them. We can grab those. And I believe they go here, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll check it in a second. Pretty sure though. They seem to square up evenly. These RTG pillars, as I mentioned before, don't stack, so I'll move them over one by one as we create the cells. In the center, we have the the draconium flux cores and energy cores and all of that stuff. And then we have the solars in these 3x3 here. So what should I do next? Should I do the Galgadorians next? Let's wait for that because I do have to come up with a plan for the draconium. I don't want to go through the process of automating it if I'm only going to build this one time. We're building the creative and portable tank, and I'm only going to build one, so I don't see the need of really building an automated system. I could probably build it myself, these cores. Alright, just had to turn off the Wither Skelly farm because it seems to make my video a little bit shaky. It lags me a little bit, so I turned it off while recording. I brought you back just for a minute, just to show you a little bit of progress. In order to make the amount of awakened cores that I need 256 according to my calculations. I hope I'm right. That would be pretty sad if I didn't. But I have 2 available, so let's subtract that. We're going to need nearly 1,000 stars. That's doable. I have the Wither Skelly farm producing skulls. We have Thaumium ingots. That's kind of doable. The Terra Steel is grindy, but doable. Mana Steel, super simple. Here's the problem. This is very grindy. It's the probably the hardest of all the things that I'm missing, and that is all that I'm missing to be able to do this. There is a little bit of also grindy work. Oh, by the way, I made the draconium blocks in order to make these awakened blocks. Yeah, but it is a process anyway. Let me drop these so I don't lose them. And the part that gets very grindy is when I have to put the energy cores into these, the Wyvern and the Draconic energy cores, with those tanks above it. We have plenty of fluid. I don't have to worry about that. So it should be okay. It should go pretty quick. I'm just going to drop it into the chest, have it auto-produce. But it just takes a long time. So it's actually, I take it back. It's not grindy at all. It's just a wait of time. Now I made this little doohickey here just to make my life easier. I dropped the draconium blocks in. It rotates out and into the energy infuser. And it gets charged super quick because we have a lot of energy stored up. And then it feeds out after it's fully charged into here. And then I take it and make some draconium blocks out of it, or awakened cores out of it, or no, awakened blocks, I think is the proper name for it. Now as far as skulls, we do have a few, but I need close to 1,000, so that's going to take a little bit of time, I gotta say. But I have automated my wither killing system very early in the game, so I don't remember which episode it was, but this produces the withers, the nether stars. I don't know, is it properly called nether stars or wither stars? But it produces them 1 every 4 seconds, I guess. As soon as it's able to, it pops it in there. But it's doing working just fine, and I still got to get to the awakened core, so let me get to that, and we'll see what we can do next. I am still running the wither farm, and we have still a lot more to do. This is 1 day later, by the way. I'll show you what I have as far as awakened blocks, and we have the awakened core. So I'm ready to make 256 total awakened cores, which is what we need for the recipe. We may need more awakened draconium for other things, but just for awakened cores, this is the amount we need. Now I'm not able to convert all of these yet, because if we take a look at the recipe, 254, because I'm subtracting the 2 that I already have, we need so much thaumium, which again we have. It's just the Terra Steel that's a real big problem. And I set some more nether stars to run. My wither skeleton farm is producing the skulls, so as I get them, I throw them in. Notice we had 1,000 to do last time, but now we're down to 700 something. Easy to do. So really the hardest thing for me right now is the Terra Steel. That's been giving me a little bit of a problem. Don't have a whole lot I can do about it other than to upgrade my mana production, but I don't know that I want to really do that since it's only just for this. Now, in the beginning, when I first settled here, I set these up because these are my Primus flowers. I found a grouping of them. There's a day and a couple of night Primuses, as well as yeah, this day here. I don't know that there was any other nights around here. There's one down there. I don't know if it reaches, but at any rate, I planted a jaded amaranthus here a long time ago, and this is where I've been getting my petals from. It produces gradually, and since I haven't been harvesting them, these pools have filled up. Now what I'd like to do is actually use some of this for mana production, along with my Kikamuras and my Thermalilies here. Oh, I did upgrade the spreaders to Elven mana spreaders using Mistaken's Elven portal. This was a long time ago. I did mention it, but I never got around to building it. At any rate, let's see if we can do something about the mana. And what I've been planning is to make a mana tablet. And it's this guy here. So we need 2 reinforced and a warded jar, it looks like. And we have reinforces here. Let me just check. These are reinforced. I have a jar. And then some runes. Water, fire, mana, and air. And I should have all of them. We have the air, earth, fire, water, and we didn't need the winter, and the mana. Okay, so we'll put these into the altar, and we'll see what we can get out of it. Guys, I've been very busy. If you'll notice from the beginning of the episode, we had 2 rows of quantum solars that way, and we had 3 extras. Now look at all I've done so far, and you know that each one of these takes a long time to make. That tells you how long I've been working at this. So I have automated a number of things and made things a little bit easier for myself, because I'll tell you what, there was a lot of stuff we did. I'm lost over here. Walking and talking, chewing gum at the same time, I can't do. Well, anyway, let me go over a couple of things. I've expanded the smeltery because I needed to put a lot of draconium in there. Oh, did I overload this? Yeah, it's empty. Okay, so this isn't full. Okay, good. Yeah, I made all the awakened energy flux duct cores, whatever. Flux duct. Draconium flux energy cores is what it is. I made all of them and the wyvern cores. That took a little bit of time. Actually, that was a nice automation I did. It made it go a lot quicker. What else? I made a world for tin because I was running out of it for the quantum solars. And let's see, what else? Oh, I didn't even talk about this. I added roofs to all of the floors of all the pods. And I wanted to show you one of the things that I've been building for each of the pods. Let's make yellow now. So if we make this, which will need some yellow mysticals, and we can do that. Oh, we can't. Okay, so let me go here and down here. And we'll make a couple, because these are very nice for those of us that have not done this before. It's a nice amenity to add to your base. Whatever design you have in your base, in your world, it is a nice thing to have. So I just want to show you how to make it in case you do want to make it. So I'm going to put these around like this. We're going to need 2 stacks of it. Oh, we only had 1. All right, so we will get some more mysticals over here. And yeah, let's grab 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 4. We'll make our way back. And then I'll show you a couple of other things that I did off camera. And we'll smack these over here. And we got 2 more. So as far as this beacon here, we can now make this with a mana pearl in the middle. And I totally forgot. Let's do this, because I don't think I have any more mana pearls anyway. So let's grab this and toss her in. Whoops, trying to move forward. What? Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's go back here and we'll make that beacon. And the recipe should still be there. And then I'll just step on this pad, go upstairs. And now we can go on top and look for the center. Let's look for the center over here. I think it's here. That looks pretty centered. Now, if we step back a bit, you will see that this produces a yellow beacon animation above our base. And so far, I've got the blue and the green roofs done, as well as the yellow. And the beacons are their colors. The thing is, your settings, you may not see it correctly on YouTube. It may appear as white for you, but especially when it's dark outside, it'll look darker in color. But right now it looks kind of white and faded, and that's because it's daylight out. But I still got to do a few more beacons for those. And let's see, what else can I tell you that I did? We can go down here, put a traveling anchor down here as well. I made the farm a little bit bigger and actually made 4 more Kikamuruses to speed up my power or mana generation because it wasn't developing fast enough, and this actually is making more cake than one can produce, or one set of them, which is 4. So 8 is enough to balance this out. It's a little bit closer to even, so that's good. Let's head back here. I did more Thaumcraft, trying to get that Eldritch tab, but no, still can't get it. All I got were headaches from it, and those somebody is behind you messages that appear down in the lower left. Now I got to deal with that every so often, and I hope it doesn't come up on recordings because it is a deal to have to deal with. So I made the other quantum solars, and now we are ready to continue. And so we have one draconic flux capacitor, which I used during the Chaos Dragon fight. I made all of these energy cores. We have some leftover awakened that I went to kill some more dragons with. And now we can go ahead and make the 64, but we have one in storage, so I'm going to call it 63. And we're missing some mana steel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's set that in motion. And we'll just drop it off here. Let's just do it like that. And there's our 5. Alright, cool. And you may be wondering why I don't use my travel anchor so much. I try to avoid it. It's not that appealing to me. I do it from very far distances, but if I'm down the hall, I'd rather travel it. So that's going, and let's see how fast it'll do. It looks like less than 2 minutes, so I'll bring it back for that. But let's see, what else can we do while we wait? I think I was setting some machine frames to be made, and they're all done. And I don't think we need 5, but for the creative energy cell, there was some other things. Let's just take a look real quick. We can take a look over here. I could add the quantums later. We're auto-crafting these guys. And then the Galgadorians. Yes, we never got to the Galgadorians. Yes, there they are, 112. And so we'll fill them in. Always nice to do it on camera. I could have easily done it off camera, but then what's the purpose of doing YouTube if you don't show anything on camera? So there we are with our prideful selves. We filled it in. And now quantums will be last. I'm just going to wait for this. And let's speed through it. Alright, and that's done. I went over to the quantums and picked them up. So let's put this away. And so now we can fill the dyers in. Or the dyer crafting table. With 4. That's 36 total. And let's pick up those draconics. That's these. Oh, do they not stack? Wow. It's going to make me put all of these in separately. There is a fast way to do it, but I would need my hotbar. And it's not that important for me to do it, but I would like to do at least one on camera. And then maybe I'll speed it up and make the other 3 off camera. And then we'll get to the portable tank. Alright, with the last one, we have our last creative energy cell. Let's take a look now at the creative portable tank. And see how it's composed. So we're going to need some bedrockium drums, and it looks like 7 here, so that's 28, 56, 112 bedrockium drums with these on the corners. And we only need to do it once. Boy, that was a grindy recipe doing the energy cells. So, we should probably set these in motion first, because they may take a little while to do. Actually, I have the machine frames already made, and if it's 16, it may be about 4 that we need, and I don't mind making extras, but let's make 3 just in case. Alright, with the last bedrockium drums, we are ready to make this. Let's just switch this out and leave one in there. I don't think we need it. All right. So let's do with these first. We'll fill all of these in. And I think there's a space in the middle where we have to clear out for something else. We have 15 leftovers. And then the bedrockium drums go on the outside. And it wasn't 112. I'm glad I didn't make it. We made extras, but that's fine. I don't mind having extra bedrockiums. Now that we have the portable tank, we'll need these the extras. So that's fine. There's something in the middle that we need to put, though. And let's see what that is. So there's a creative portable tank. And it's an Ender Tank controller. I've never messed with it. Ender Tank controller. And we're missing what? A Tesseract. Okay. We have an extra. Alright. Ender Tank controller. I wonder what this does. Ender Tank empty. Last reason for not being able to assemble. You must have at least one valve in the tank structure currently. I gotta mess with this. I've never dealt with it before. But we'll take that and put it into the recipe. Oops, a little bit of lag here. Somebody must be traveling on the server. And there it is. Creative portable tank get. You. Oh yeah. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. Now, what shall we do first? Let's put some water in there. Oh boy. Okay, something simple. Let's do the emeralds first. We can put this in here on top. It's set to intake, and that turns to emerald. And now, I wonder if we can feed from the top. No, we can't. All right, so let's break this apart. Oh, are we going to need our silk touch again? Let's see, Vajra. And there it is. Let's take this. And let's put these. Let's put it up here. Just want to see how this works properly, though. So this has got to be on top, and that fills up our tank perfectly. Awesome. Now, you know what I could do, actually? I think I can leave it up there, but it's easier to just move this around. Or is it? I still have to move it around, don't I? Yeah, so let's break, just as another example, this primal mana. Let's take the primal mana and give that a try again. We'll put this over here and put it on top so it knows which liquid we want to change to. And there it is. And then we take our crescent hammer and move our tank down below. And of course, I need to upgrade all of my tanks to the Enderium level. Do I have any examples? Yeah, this one. Resonant portable tanks. These. Yeah, and this one is a reinforced portable. So I got to upgrade this one because there will be some extra space. But now we have a level of OP that I'm not too sure about, but that is part of this game. I mean, that's set as one of the goals for this game is to be able to get to this level. All right. I think we're settled on what we wanted to do for this episode. I want to thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down there. And if you liked any part of this video, hit the thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you all next time.